In this video, I want to look at the Custom Reports feature in QuickBooks Online. This feature allows you to save some regular reports with your own customizations, and this is going to save you some time so that you don't have to set up the customizations each time you want to run that report. And then it also allows you to set up an email schedule. So if there are any reports that you want to send to yourself or to your staff on a regular basis, you can set that up on this page as well. So what I'm going to do in this video is just walk through some examples so you can see how this would look. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is set up a profit and loss. And I'm just going to go through and set up some reports that I typically use for my own business. So typically what I like to do is a profit and loss cash basis by month, so I can see how my profits look throughout the year by the month. So this is a report that I personally look at pretty regularly for my own business or businesses. So what I would do is set that up, customize it. Once I have the report set up the way I want it to look, then I would click on Save As, and then I would give it a name. I could choose whether to share this report with nobody else, so only I see it, or with all. So it's going to be visible to anyone with access to this type of report. And then I can also create a group if I like things grouped together. And I'm going to go ahead and create this just for demonstration. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save. And then go back. So as you can see, now I have this profit and loss by month. And I honestly could have named it year to date if I wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it as is. But anytime I want to see the profit and loss by month, which for me personally, I do this at least once a week. Anytime I want to see it, I can click on it from here. And then another report that I like to do is a profit and loss year to date with a comparison to the prior year. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up too. So we click on profit and loss, this year to date. I'm going to leave that as is. I like to look at cash basis. And then I would click on compare this to the previous year. Okay, this is a sample company, so it doesn't have any prior year data, but if it did, that would show up here. Okay, and then I would just click on Save As. And then I could share this report with all or just myself. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in the managers group. And it does give me the option to apply these customizations to all standard and custom reports. This will override your current default report settings. I typically personally don't do that. I don't have any default report settings, but you could click on that if you wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and save. Okay, and then if I go back to the reports, you can see that right here. And anytime I want to see that report with a prior year comparison, I can just click on it. Very, very quick. And then you can see over here on the right-hand side, there's a drop-down arrow. I can create a schedule. I can change the group. I can run the report and sync the data in Excel. I can add to management reports if I wanted to. I can delete this. I can export it, or I can share it. And then also I see this edit action. I'm going to go ahead and click on it for the profit and loss by month. And you can see that it just brings up the report, and I can customize it even more. I can add any other options here. So let's say I want to round to the nearest whole dollar or whole number. I could apply those changes and then save it. Okay, I'm going to go back so we can just make sure that that's saved. So now when I click on profit and loss by month, it's only going to show me whole dollar amounts. Okay, so you can edit any reports you have here. And then if you want to have this report emailed, you can click on this and do create a schedule. And what you would do here is tell it when to start sending this report. So today's June 24th. I could say maybe tomorrow, starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. New York time, or I could change it to a different time. I could do it every day. I could do it every week. I could do it every month. Let's say I want to do this every week on Monday. And then you can tell it when to end this, or you can say never. Okay, and then down here is where you would tell it who to send this report to. So manager at company.com. And then you would put a subject. There's a really loud airplane going by right now, so I have no idea if you can hear that. But okay, so now I have a subject, and then I would decide whether I want Excel, PDF, or CSV as the file type. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as Excel, and then I'm going to type a message. If I'm sending this report to myself, I'm probably not going to put much of a message in here. But if I'm sending it to people in the company, then I might put more detail, put a full message. It just depends on the scenario. But basically, this is going to be the email that whoever you're sending it to is going to see when this report is sent to them. And then I can add more people if I want to send to more than one person. Now in the bottom right-hand corner, there's an option to save and an option to save and turn on. You would click on save and turn on, but it's not letting me click on it because this is a sample company, so this is not going to actually send this email to anybody. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and X out of this and come back here. Okay, let's do another report. I'm going to go back to the standard reports. Another report that I really like to look at on a regular basis is the sales by customer summary report. I like to see which companies I'm making money from or how much I'm making throughout the year for the different companies I might work for. So I might put this year, cash basis. And one thing I like to do on this report is, first of all, I like to do a percentage of column. So what that's going to do is tell me what percentage of income is from each customer in addition to the total amount. Now this is very eye-opening. You can see which customers have the higher percentage of your revenue and then, make decisions and act accordingly. Maybe you want to put more attention to the ones that are bringing in more revenue, or maybe you want to focus on some of these smaller percentages and figure out ways to bring up that revenue percentage. It just depends on your goals. And then another thing you can add is to compare to the previous year. Maybe you want to see what you did the prior year versus the current year. Of course, there's no data here because this is a sample company, but in your business, you might actually have data here. So this would be a good report that I would probably look at. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save as. And I might do this report just for myself. So maybe I'm just going to do a group that I call owner. If I was the owner of this company. Okay, so I'm going to go back to reports. And that's what that looks like. It has a separate section for any reports that I might want to look at if I were the owner of this company. And then a separate section for reports that the managers might look at. And this one actually says private because I didn't share it with anybody. Okay, let's look at another report. So this accounts receivable aging summary report might be a report that I would send to the accounts receivable department so that they can look at who owes the business money and how long that receivable has been due or amount. So this is as of today, the most up-to-date information. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save As. And then I'm going to share this report. And I'm going to add a new group called Accounts Receivable. And I'm going to go ahead and save. And then go back to the reports. So that set up a separate section. Now you don't need groups. You could just have them all on one list without the group headings, but the headings make it a little more organized. So it's optional. And then what I would do is click on Create Schedule. And then I would set up the email schedule, set up the message, the subject, who to send it to. I would tell it whether I want a PDF, CSV, or Excel file, and all of that, and how often I want to send it. So I would set this up. Maybe I do this once a month or once a week. And then, of course, I would save and turn on, but it's not going to give me that option here. And that's it. That's all you have to do. As you can see, this could potentially save you time, and it could make things more efficient for your staff if you have certain reports that you send to them on a regular basis. And that's all I wanted to cover in this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching.